What's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh! World, and I'm a little bit new to the Yu-Gi-Tube community, but I always wanted to make some, uh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos. I have been making Call of Duty videos for a while, and I have a couple subscribers on that channel. So, if you guys like Call of Duty, go check out my other channel. It'll be in the description. But I don't want to do Yu-Gi-Oh! And Call of Duty on the same channels, because that would take away from my audience. But if you enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! And Call of Duty, then go ahead and hop on over to my other channel. It'll be in the description. So yeah. Anyways, today, as you can see, I am doing a deck profile on Mermail Atlanteans, or Merlanteans, whatever you call it. But anyways, so I believe this deck is the best deck in the format right now. I don't think it's going to get hit by the ban list. So, because of that, I'm going to be doing a deck profile, and my hunch is that it won't get hit, and this deck and Fire Fists will be the top two decks going into next format. So, we have, I think it's next month is when the ban list comes out. January, February, March. Yeah, because it's the March 1st ban list. So next month, the ban list comes out, and I think this deck is safe. I don't think anything will get hit. So bear with me, guys, because this is my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. So I'm going to be going through this whole deck, but I want you guys to know a little bit about me. I am a freshman in high school, so I cannot afford this deck right now, because next year I can finally get a job. So once I get a job, then I will probably use this deck. I do go to locals. I use Inzectors at locals because that's the deck I used last format, and I dominated. This format, I can't do anything. Like, I don't get me wrong, I'm 6-3 with Inzectors over the last 2 weeks, and that's a dead deck. So I'm fighting 6 Sams and everything, but I'm using a dead deck, and I'm winning, like, a pretty good amount of the time. Like 66% of the time, so it's pretty good. So anyways, let's get into this Merlantean deck profile. So right now we're using one Mullen Glacia. Obviously you have to run this card. It's just way too easy to manipulate. I can't talk today. To manipulate the graveyard, because you have cards like Salvage, and since I run 3 Salvages, then you can just go around and just completely just dominate the graveyard. So one Mullen Glacia, you drop it. You discard 2 cards from your opponent's hand, which is devastating. This card, once you get it out, you pretty much win. I don't think I've ever lost after bringing this card out, so it's really, really good. And then Mermail Abyss Megalo. Most people like 2 of this card, but I actually like 3, because to me, when I run 3, it's not a dead draw since I can search it out very easily. I don't think it's ever a dead draw unless it's late game. This deck, I think it needs 3, because then you can go into level 7 Xyz monsters, and it's ridiculous. So 3 Megalo is a must for me. Abyss Pike, I run 2, but I've tested 3, and like this could go back and forth. I actually like 2 a little bit better. Like, to me, this is the most consistent deck profile I've found. So, like, I've tested it, and to me, this is the most consistent deck profile for me. If you guys like 3 Abyss Pikes, then go for it, but I like 2 better. 3 Lins. I like Lind a lot because I can go Sphere into Lind and then get a Megalo. And, like, there's so many crazy combos with this deck. Like, I'll be going over that in my next video with Mermail combos and stuff. So make sure you check out my next video, because that's going to be really, really cool. If you guys don't know how to use Mermails, then definitely check it out, because I'm going to be explaining everything, and you will definitely know how to use Mermails after I do this. So 3 Lins, and then not many people use Abyss Gundy. I love it. It gave me so many OTK plays. With this version, I've actually never lost. So with Abyss Gundy, it's like a monster reborn for your mermails, and it's just ridiculous. So once again, check out my next video, and you'll learn why I use this. I like 3 Deep Sea Divas, because late game it's just like this is one of your comeback cards. Because you can summon it and bring out whatever you want, a level 3, and then synchro into Catastor, which basically bails you out of everything unless they're using Dark Worlds. But this deck has a decent matchup against Dark Worlds, so you shouldn't really get into too bad of a situation. So yeah, you can synchro. It's just ridiculous what kind of plays you can do with this card. 3 Undines. You can search out anything with your deck with Undine and Dragoons. And you get a Genix controller to your hand, so then you can synchro if it's still on the field. There's just ridiculous plays you can do with it. So Undine is like a must at 3. I run 2 controllers because I don't like 3. Like, this is pretty standard. 2 controllers. I run triple Dragoons. You can see it's hiding down here. But I like triple Dragoon, searches everything in the deck. It's pretty amazing. And then we have Marksman. Marksman is really, really good. I run 3 Marksman because you can destroy set cards, so you can just pop the back row and then just go off. So Marksman is like your MST of the deck. I have 2 infantries. Sometimes I wish I had 3, but with 2 infantries, it's just amazing. With salvages, all the salvages I usually don't run into that time where I'm like, crap, I really wish I had 3. Like, that was only once, and I still ended up winning that duel. So I like infantry at 2. It allows you to destroy face-up cards your opponent controls. So it's basically like, well, you guys know. You can just pop face-up cards. It's pretty good. My 1 hand trap is Gores. I don't think this deck needs hand traps at all. So yeah, moving on. Gores is pretty self-explanatory. With salvages, it's basically like a pot of greed. Like, let's say you go Megalo, ditch 2. Like, let's say you go Megalo, ditch infantry and marksman. You can salvage them back to your hand, and then you just get a free Megalo summon and a free spear to your hand. So it's ridiculous what you can do with this. 3's a must. Pot of Avarice, just for when you like run out of your mermails, then you have to go and get that engine back into your deck, so pretty standard. 1 Allure, I actually like this card because it's never dead when I have it. I always have a controller in my hand. Like, if I open up with Undine and Allure, that's amazing. Because then I get that controller to my hand, I get that search, and then I can go Allure and draw 2 more. It basically just lets you dig deeper into my deck. I've never had this card dead. 1 Heavy, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Reborn. And then I run Triple Sphere. This card's just way too good. Using it on the end phase, get Lind. Lind's effect when it dies on the end phase to get Megalo out. It's just insane what you can do with this. And then I run 2 Torrential because, to me, Torrential, it's the only other trap you really need in this deck. You don't really fall behind too much. And, you like, this deck, let's say you can Torrential your Lind and then be set for next turn. So it's just ridiculous what you can do with this. Now for the side deck, I have 2 Soul Takers, just for like when you play big decks, like Chaos Dragons and stuff like that. Gemini Imps, because if like the other, like, it's for Dark Worlds basically. If it makes you discard, then you can negate that. So it's pretty good. Dark Worlds again, and I guess Insectors, I don't know. Imperial Iron Wall, cards cannot be removed from play, so you side this in when you're playing Dino Rabbit. It's just ridiculous. I play 2 Gozen Match because when you're playing windups, it's just insane against windups. They're fucked. Needle Sealing, I like this because if I'm playing Mirror Match and then they go off on me, I can just Needle Sealing them and then it's gone. I play 1 Space just in case there's that Fisher I can't get rid of, but that usually doesn't affect me with Iron Wall. But just in case, you know. I play Trapstone just because if I'm playing like, I don't know, if I'm playing Ninja Stall, I guess, I can go Trapstone and get rid of that. There's a lot of decks that set a lot of traps, so you can just get rid of it and then make sure. Like if you're going for an OTK, you can trap stun them and they're screwed. I side one ultimate or offering because I don't want to main it. There's just a lot of crazy stuff you can do with this card. So if you guys don't know the OTKs, I'll put it in my next video and just show you guys a couple things you can do. I have one Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. So with this card, you can just discard one card and send one back that your opponent controls. So it's really good. You know, you can use it with plays with Gundy, and it's just ridiculous. So I'm thinking of maining it. I'm not sure. So now onto the extra deck. I've actually put a lot of thought into this extra deck. You guys will see why in a second. So Black Rose, pretty standard. Gungnir, Duloran, Catastor, Armory Arm, Stardust, Scrap Dragon, and then Crimson Blader. This card is amazing because if it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, your opponent can't normal summon or special summon any level 5 or higher monsters during their next turn. So if you're playing Heretics or something, they're just screwed right off the bat after you kill them. It's also really good against Hyperion, because then they can't even tribute summon them. So it's like you lock them down for their next turn. So it's really good. I play one Gachi Gentetsu just for like the for if I have infantry and Deep Sea Diva, then I can just make that. I can Diva into infantry and make it if I have to, so it's pretty good. I don't like playing Digestive Phoenix because it's just stupid. I really don't like it. I play one Zenmains, one Leviathan, one Levier, and then I play one Abyss Dweller. It's probably the best Xyz in the extra deck. I brought him out and I just won. They can't do anything once he's out. I play one Big Eye. There was one time when I was playing and I couldn't get over a JD, so I went 2 Megalos into Big Eye and took his JD and won. So that was pretty cool. And then one Abyss Gaios because it just shuts down your opponent. They can't do anything. Level 5 or higher monsters can't attack, so they can't do anything to you, and you just game them. It's pretty good. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Sorry about that little pop-up, but sorry it's not like in real life. Like I said, I don't have enough money for this deck. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this deck profile. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Since this is my first video ever, I have no subscribers, so if you like this video and think I deserve some subs, then please feel free to subscribe, and then maybe you'll like my next video with the Mermail explanations. So, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Yeah, later YouTube. Peace.